And good morning. Very slow waking up this morning. Probably not the best time to play with matches, but this is what we're going to do. A good old standard match. There's a few little tips for this. In damp conditions like it is here, these outside strips become slightly damp, and also the match heads could possibly get a little bit damp. Either way, you're going to have problems getting a strike on it. Now, something I've long practiced is the best way to get a spark in these conditions is to stab it like that. That works for lifeboat matches as well, which are covered in wax. A lot of people struggle getting lifeboat matches going. I found really the best way was exactly the same method. Just to strike down on this. In your little survival tin, I don't know whether matches are still applicable really these days. There's so many other methods. But it certainly doesn't take up much room to carry half a dozen little matches, and there is no harm in waterproofing them, which is a simple case of just rolling it in the candle like so. That has now got a waterproof seal over it in the form of wax, and that will withstand wet conditions to a degree. You'd need to wax the whole of this stick for it to be fully dry, but again, you might have issues lighting these because of the wax. Again, it's a short start stab. The other thing we can do, there's lots of things we can do really, but this is another thing we can do. This here is a piece of fatwood, and on the end we have lots of match heads. And to make this, you just pick off all the red ignition parts of the matches. I haven't actually got enough to show you how to make a full one, so we're going to have to skip through this little. You'd normally need about 20 to 30 matches to be sure of a really good ignition. Obviously they're not going to stick to a stick, so what you do is you can add just a little bit of water, and you can kind of make a little paste out of these match heads that will then stick back on your head like so. Ideally leave it to dry a day just to get rid of that moisture, but then you will have yourself another match. So obviously if you use a piece of fatwood and have quite a lot more match heads, you should hopefully, I mean this doesn't always work, but as you can see, once they're going, there isn't much stopping that. And then you've got a nice long burning piece of fatwood to play around with. It's just something to play around with, a little campfire project really. But yeah, a very nice match, much better than any old lifeboat matches. I know they've got their abilities. They can burn underwater. This, I don't think, will burn underwater. In fact, I'm damn sure it won't. But still, it's a very effective match, as you can see. Plenty of time, no rush, and light your fire. There are more uses for matches, but we'll cover them perhaps in another episode. This is just a quick one with just a few. Until next time, take care.